Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ajay and today we are going to learn about bubble sort. Now bubble sort is one of the easiest and one of the simplest form of sorting technique. So let us start straight away. You can see there are 5 numbers in front of you, that is 60, 56, 4, 3 and 5. And above these numbers that we have is the position numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the position numbers that we have. So in bubble sort, we actually do the sorting or comparing of numbers in form of bubbles. That is, first we will compare the position 1 and 2, that is 60 and 56, and then the position 2 and 3, then 3 and 4, and then 4 and 5. So these are the position numbers, how we are going to compare it. So we do the comparison in form of bubbles, so it is called as bubble sort. So the very first step is that we will compare the position 1 and 2, that is 60 and 56. Now this sorting is in form of ascending order, so you can see the number 56 is less than 60. So what we will do is we will swap these numbers. So we have swapped the numbers and now what we will do is we will compare the position 2 and 3, that is the number 60 and 4. Now you can see that 4 is less than 60, so what we have to do, again we will swap these two numbers, that is 60 and 4 will be swapped. Now we will compare the position 3 and 4, that is the number 60 and 3. Since 3 is less than 60, the same technique we will swap the numbers. At last we will compare the position 4 and 5, that is 60 and 5. Since 5 is less than 60, we will swap the numbers. Now we can say that we have completed the first pass. In first pass, we go from position 1 to position 5. We keep on comparing the position 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4 and 4 and 5. So we go from position 1 to n, where n is 5 over here. Now if you closely observe, the largest number among all the numbers, that is the number 60, has come to the last. So in the first pass itself, in bubble sort, the largest number comes at the last if it is in ascending order. So the largest number will come at the last. Now we will start the second pass. Now in second pass, we have to start from position 1 and we have to go till position 4. That is because we already have the number, the largest number at the last. So we don't need to go till 5. So in the first pass, we have to go from 1 to n, that is n is 5. And then in the second pass, we'll go from 1 to n minus 1. And then in the third pass, we'll go from n1 to n minus 2, that is 3. And so on. So in this particular pass, in the second pass, we'll go from position 1 to 4. So again, we will compare the position 1 and 2, that is 56 and 4. So if you see 4 is less than 56, so we will swap the numbers. Then we will compare the position 2 and 3, that is the number 56 and 3. 3 is less than 56, so we will swap the numbers. And at last we will compare the position number 3 and 4, that is 56 and 5. So as 5 is less than 56, again we will swap the numbers. And now if you observe that the second largest number, that is number 56, has come to the second last position after the completion of pass 2. Now we will start the third pass. In third pass, we'll go from position 1 to position 3. And if you observe position 1 and 2, we will start from position 1 and 2. Number 3 is less than number 4, so we will swap the numbers. So we have swapped the numbers. Now we will compare the position 2 and 3, that is number 4 and 5. Now the number 5 is greater than number 4, so we won't do the swapping because they are at the right positions. Now we have completed the third pass. Now in fourth pass, so we will start the fourth pass. Now in fourth pass, we'll go from position 1 and position 2. So again, if we compare the numbers, the number 4 is greater than number 3. So again, no swapping because they are at the right position. So total we had done 4 passes. And now if we see these numbers are sorted. So this is bubble sort. And now we will see how to implement the program for it. So here is the program in front of you. This is the function of the bubble sort. and these are the same numbers, but the index value starts from 0 to 4. This is because we are using the list, and in list the index value starts from 0, so 0 to 4. Now I have used a nested loop over here. The outermost loop is the I loop. So for I in range 0, n. Now the range function will return a list from 0 to 4. Now the value of n is 5, so it will go till 1 less, that is 4. So the I loop will run from 0 to 4. So that is 0 to 4. This is what we want. The innermost loop will run from, initially it will run from 0 to n minus I minus 1. Now the value of n is 5, I 0 minus 1, so this will be 4. So the loop will run from 0 to 3. Since there is 4, so 1 less, so 0 to 3. Now we are running from 0 to 3. This is because we won't go from 0 to 4. This is because we have to compare 0 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, the index position, and 3 and 4. So if you go till 4, then it will get compared 4 and 5. Now the index value 5 does not exist. So we have to go from initially from index value 0 to index value 3. So if you see the condition that I have applied, that is L of j. Now the value of j, I have shown the values over here, and you can see how the values will get changed. So L of j, L of j is 60. The value of j is 0. So L of 0, that is 60. And L of is greater than L of j plus 1. Now j plus 1 is 56. So we are comparing this number. If this is greater than this, 60 is greater than 56, what we will do? We will swap the numbers. So this is a simple code of swapping the numbers. I have used a third variable. Now in Python, we can do this using a single line of code, but I've used a third variable so that if anybody is not aware of Python that much, still the person can understand this. So I've used a third variable. So I've used a variable temp for storing the temporary data. And now you can see how the numbers are getting changed. So what we'll do, 56 is greater than, the 60 is greater than 56. So we have to swap these numbers. So you can see how the values will get changed. The L of j, that is 60, will get stored in temp. So you can see how the values will get changed now. So you can see the value of temp has now changed to 60 since L of j, that is 60, I'm assigning to temp. So the value of 60 is temp is 60. And then the next statement, that is L of j plus 1, that is 56. Now 56 will get stored in L of j. So here we go. You have seen that the value of L of j has now turned to 56, and at last the value that we stored in temp, again it will get stored in L of j plus 1. So over here. So we will swap the numbers. Now you can see the value getting changed. So there it is. We have swapped the numbers. L of j is 56. L of j plus 1 is 60. So we have swapped the numbers. And now the j loop will run. The value of j was 0. Now it will be 1. So we will compare the index value 1 and 2 now. So there it is. The value of j has now become 1. So we will compare L of j. So you can see L of j is 60 and L of j plus 1 is 4. So we will compare these two numbers, and since 60 is greater than 4, so again we will swap the numbers. So this is the code of swapping the numbers. So now you can see how the numbers will get changed. So there it is. We have swapped the numbers now. So 4 and 60 have got swapped. You can see L of j is now become 4. L of j plus 1 is 60. The value of j is 1. So we can see, you can trace it on a paper. You can check it whether it is working fine or not. And again now the value of j will now become 2. Now the value of j is 2. So what we'll do is we'll compare L of j, that is 2, and j plus 1. So that is 3. So 60 is greater than 3. So again the same procedure, the same code will get executed, and 60 and 3 will get swapped. And you can see over here the numbers, how the numbers are getting changed. Now the number 3 and 60 have got swapped. L of j is 60, L of j plus 1 is 5 now, because now the value of j has become 3. So L of j is 60 and L of j plus 1, that is 5. So these two numbers will get compared. Since 60 is greater than 5, so again we will swap the numbers, and the largest number, that is 60, will come to the last. After swapping the numbers, you can see the number 60 has come to the last position because the number 60 is the largest among all the numbers. So this is what we wanted to achieve. And if you closely observe, the value of j is 3 now. So the loop of the j loop will now get over. And then the outermost loop, that is was 0. So now it will become 1. And again the innermost loop, that is the j loop will run from 0 to n, that is n is 5 minus I, that is 1 minus 1, so that is 3. So the j loop will now run from 0 to 2. In the first pass it was running from 0 to 3, so now it will run from 0 to 2, since we have to check the number till the index position 3. So the value of I has now become 1 and the value of j is 0. So L of j, that is 56, L of j plus 1, that is 4. So the value 4 is less than 56. So what we will do, we will swap the numbers. So this is the code of swapping the numbers. So you can see we will swap the numbers and you can see the numbers getting changed over here. So the numbers have been swapped and the value of j has become 1. So L of j is 56, L of j plus 1 is 3. So these two numbers will also get swapped since 3 is less than 56. So you can take a look how the numbers are getting changed. And at last the value 56 and 5 will get compared, and 5 is less than 56. So even these two numbers will get swapped. Now the value of I has become 2, the j loop has got over and the value of I became 2, and now the j loop will run from 0 to 1. So if you see the numbers 4 and 3, 3 is less than 4, so even these two numbers will get swapped. Now the value of j has become 1, so L of j is 4 and L of j plus 1 is 5. The if condition, if you see the if condition will go false since the value 5 is greater than 4. So the numbers won't be swapped because they are at the right position. And if you see the numbers are now sorted. So this is how the program is working. So I hope the concept of bubble sort, including the program, is now quite clear to you. So if you have liked my video, do subscribe to my channel. There is a subscribe button in front of you. Click it right away. And after that, click on the bell icon so that you can get the regular notifications of my videos. Bye for now.